Las Vegas Raiders are on the clock. By virtue of being the worst team in the league, the Raiders will be picking first. It's going to be a huge offseason for the Raiders. It needs to be very productive in both the free agent market and the draft. Clint Kubiak is heading over, stressed from his play calling duties in the Super Bowl, where he was on the winning Seattle Seahawks. Now going to be the new head coach of the Raiders. We'll see how they're able to build this roster out, but without question, the most pressing need is quarterback. Geno Smith struggled in his first season with Las Vegas. Very ineffective passing grade. Amongst quarterbacks in the league, he ranked no higher than 37th for me among 45 qualifying guys. That means several backups graded a lot better than he did. Ball security was a major issue. Threw 17 interceptions, league high. Accounted for one of the top 3 most turnover-worthy plays. So even when you get away with it, he's making mistakes upon mistakes. Now listen, this is a bad football team, and Geno played pretty well for Seattle. Again, you've got to play very well around him. He is not someone that you can build a team around. So, look, there's a lot of needs for this team. I mean, you talking about in addition to quarterback, receiver, guard, tackle, defensive tackle, linebacker, corner. We're going to get into even more details. It's a rebuild for them, a complete reboot. Quarterback, though, is where it starts. A lot of discussion about what they should do with that number 1 pick. Trade it, get more picks. Folks, if you don't have a quarterback, you have no chance to win. If you have one, you still might not win if you don't put a good enough team around them and you don't develop them. We see that good organizations are successful. Bad organizations are not, based upon their stability and their ability to develop players. Evaluate players correctly, develop them, and have some continuity. Fernando Mendoza can be a leader, can be a winner. He will not be successful if they don't build a team around him and they don't develop them well. But I think it's the most important need, and it is without him, they can't even begin to start building. But they've got a lot of work to do. What else do they need? 2 receivers. Jacoby Myers is gone. I mean, the Raiders already needed a receiver to pair with him. Now they need 2 players at that position. Jake Besh, Dante Thornton, I think can be effective players for them, but they need more than that. Center. I mean, their needs on the offensive line are tremendous. I don't know that there's a position outside of quarterback that's a bigger need for them than center. They've got to address that. Right tackle. Need a guy to play opposite Colton Miller. They need another guard, especially if Dylan Parham leaves, which is very possible that he could. They need two defensive tackles. Max Crosby's outstanding, but people are slide protecting his way, and if the Raiders don't pressure the quarterback much because they have no talent up front to do so. Defensive tackle is the biggest reason why. They don't do a good job pushing the pocket. They don't get off blocks. They're just not very good there. They need 2 caliber starters there. It's the worst linebacker group in the NFL. And you see how bad their defensive front was. I mean, Max Crosby, nothing else. They need 2 linebackers. They need 2 corners. I thought Eric Stokes was pretty solid for them, but he's an impending free agent. Would make sense to keep him, but they've got so many needs and need to bring in so many. I think they need 2 corners, particularly if he doesn't return. Safety, absolutely need a safety to pair with Jeremy Chin. And, listen, remind you that their kicker, Daniel Carson, is an impending free agent. Loads of need with the Raiders. So this is not going to be a team that's going to be good enough to be competitive next year. But they're going to have to hit it big with a huge free agent class, that they get good value, get good numbers at all the positions that I mentioned, draft well, hit well, and then obviously hit with the quarterback. If they do that, it could be the first step towards building something in a couple-of-year process. But right now, they look like a team that's just trying to get off the mat and try to completely hit the reboot button. Hey, a reminder, hit that subscribe button, speaking of buttons, so that you don't miss any of our football content. We'll be breaking down all the team needs in the off season. So make sure that you don't miss your favorite team. Podcast is free. Help keep it free by hitting that subscribe button, which is also free. Appreciate you joining us. Talk to you again next time, everybody.